Right guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all smashing it. Happy Sunday. Well, trying to sell this at the minute, and I think it's going to be more difficult than I first anticipated. The used car market is crazy at the minute. It's like I'm looking at M140s, and then out of interest last night I was looking at M135s, and the percentage of M135s that are more expensive than M140s, it's crazy. Also, my first point of call was to try and sell this on Facebook. It's a massive market. There's, thousands and thousands of people that use it. Your car is going to get attention. But some of the offers that I'm getting are crazy. So, first off, I get that this car is 10 years old, but in the past I have paid slightly more for a car that is cleaner but older, and the mileage is right. So I'll have a little walk around in a sec and demonstrate the condition that the car's in. Some of the offers, like I get like my advertisement on Facebook, because I'm not desperate to get rid, but after being in that M140 yesterday, I'm becoming a bit keener. But my Facebook ads were offers, and I know you're going to get the crazy people trying, but I think in the real world you have got to be sensible. I did advertise this originally as far higher than probably its market value, just to try it out. But then when you put offers, people just take the absolute PISS. A guy offered me $6,000. I was just like, I just put a laugh in. The guy offered me $7,000. E90s, 91s, you're still paying that money. People are jokers, and the only reason I want slightly more for this car is the condition. I get it's 10 years old, but it's only on 81,000. It's got brand new wheels, brand new tyres that haven't even covered 1,000 miles. It's recently been serviced. It's got long MOT. It's had all the services for the 3 years that I've had it, around about the 7,000 to 8,000 mark. The brakes are all good, and the bodywork's immaculate. And the interior, I don't even need to show you the interior. It's only me that sits in it. It is absolutely mint inside. And yeah, I get it's not got the Pro Nav or the HK, but you can retrofit, the Pro Nav and stuff like that. But it's one of them. It is so hard, I think, to sell a car at the minute, and get what you want for it. The market is just absolutely crazy, and I'm not buying and selling all the time. I tend to keep my cars for a bit, and I did think I'd keep this car for a lot longer, but things like with the channel, I want to expand the channel, get a bit more diversity, and plus I do fancy going to like an M-Lite, having a bit more performance and just something a bit different. But as I say, the UK market is absolutely mental, and people, I get money's tight at the minute, but I think sometimes you've just got to accept that cars in good condition, even regarding the age, you will pay a little bit more. And then basically I rang a garage just out of interest. It had an M140 in. I said, well, what about a trade-in? Sent him a load of pictures, a couple of up close, mileage, MOT, whatnot. And he was like, I'll give you $7,000. And I was like, right, well, the car that you're selling isn't to my spec anyway, and it had been fettled with. And so I'll give you 8.5 for it. So there you go. So a garage on a trade-in was offering me 8.5. I get money's tight at the minute, and I get people want to bargain, but you can still get like, for a good like E91, E92, some of them, $6,000-7,000. So I think it's going to be tougher than I first anticipated to sell this car and come out with a reasonable deal. Like, I was having a conversation with a guy that I think subscribed to the channel, a Scottish bloke, nice bloke, and he offered me round 9 for it, and I get a semi-sensible offer. If I was desperate, I'd take it, but he was justifying why he was offering that. He was sending me, other cars which had less mileage and probably a slightly better spec. I don't know up close their condition, but I know you know, first that comes to see this will buy, just because of condition and mileage. You know, it has been a loved car. Like, people can backtrack on the channel and, you know, watch the videos. It doesn't get thrashed, it does get maintained. So I will probably hold out a bit, and you know, when people are offering lower, it is just easier to just rock up to a garage, you know, and you know, £6,000, like, come on. I'll do a little walk round now so people can generally gauge the condition of the car. Like the inside, I don't even need to show you the inside, there's only me that goes in it. You know, my missus has got the big 7-seater, so family, we're out in that. But it's absolutely immaculate inside. There's no marks on the leather, no gouges out the trim, it's never been smoked in. I just think, you know, places like Facebook, they're toxic when you're trying to sell a car. You just, you know, £6,000, I just put a laughing face. I'm not even taking you on for that. And I will get more of it because people want that deal. But the UK car market at the minute is crackers. And, you know, I thought it was going to be easier. So, and the thing is now I've been in an M140, I am half wanting to get shut of it because I've got that first. But I think I think I will sit on it for a bit and see what happens. So let's just have I'll show you a little general condition up close, because you all see the car from this angle and it looks mint. So let's get a bit closer and you can see maybe why I won't sell it for £6-7 grand. Let's go. So as you can see there, guys, the car is absolutely mint. I'll point out the main defects on the car now, which I'll be completely honest about. Blinking seagulls. So you got that, which is in the clear coat. So there's absolutely no point in getting a 2000 grip buffing in case anything goes wrong. It's not causing any problems. It was actually something sat on the paint when I bought the car, a lump of, I don't know. But there's no point in messing with it. I can live with that on a 10-year-old car. Main marks down here. Got a little scratch there. Got a tiny scratch there. You know, the end of the world. You know, stone chips on the bonnet, but nothing excessive. And this, that's not even a stone chip, that's in the clear coat. That one's a chip. But the car's on the motorway, you know, the front end, really clean, you know, got a chip there. There are a few chips. Front bumper's pretty good considering it goes on a motorway. Down here, nothing major, you know, the wheels are absolutely hanging. But I just wanted to show the bodywork. And that's it. So, you know, I've got OCD, but if I was coming to buy this car, I'd think, you know, 10 years old, this is a clean example. And, you know, I do get the fact, you know, you can get LCIs and stuff like that, and you may pay a bit more. Depends how bothered you are. But, you know, when looking on Auto Trader and eBay, you know, there's 20 diesels, you know, with more mileage, around 8-9 grand. Like, you know, the market is crazy. So it's one of them. I just didn't think it was gonna be this hard, or maybe I'm just living in la la land, you know, I don't know. But I just see this, you know, we've got brand new wheels and tires, the brakes are all good, it's just been serviced, long MOT. You know, in my head I'm thinking this is a decent car to sell. So I don't think, you know, I'll be insulted. I'm not going to take anything crazy, but I think in the long run, if they are offering me crazy money, I'll just trade it in. It just saves me the mider. You know, it is a beautiful car. It's been well maintained. It's been looked after. So, I don't know. Let me know what your thoughts are, guys. So there we go. That's my kind of Sunday morning rant. You know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm not being realistic. I don't know. I get there's always going to be cars cheaper, you know, like 335Ds and this, that and the other. But I just see this as a straight, honest example that's really clean. And for the 3 years it's been with me, it's received nothing but love. Everything's been maintained, and it's a really, really nice car. If I could afford it, I'd keep it. There's nothing wrong with the car. You know, I'm not selling it because there's something wrong with it. I'm selling it, one, you know, from a content perspective, unless I start, like Tom was saying, you know, you can still stage to it, you can DPF, you can I don't want to do that. The car's fast enough for me. You know, and you know from the channel, I'm not a nutcase. I do give it a little bit, but I'm not bothered. You know, from a content perspective, I've pretty much covered. I don't want to modify it anymore. I love the way the car looks. I'm happy with it. It's individual. It's spec'd up, you know, aesthetically to the way that I want it. I don't want to do any more to it. It looks fine, you know. So from a content perspective, I'm done with it. And then there's the point that I am a petrol head. So, you know, at heart, you know, I loved my M3. It's one of the biggest regrets I ever made, getting rid of that. I love that car. I should have kept it forever and ever. I love the 30D, but, you know, after going out in Ryan's M140 yesterday, it just gave me that little bit of a, yeah, I like this, you know. I know we're 30D owners, but, you know, I might even go back to a 30D in the future, or buy like an E90 as a second car for a work run or a cheap one. But, you know, this car, I've had it for 3 years. It's on 81,000 miles. I think you know, I'm done with it. Like, you know, I still love the car. I'm still going to maintain it while I've got it. I'm still going to keep it clean. But, you know, it's one of them. I'm quite excited, you know, and I think an M140, yeah, I know it's not a diesel, but it's a good addition to add to the channel. You know, we've got, what, 530Ds, and I know that's the name of the channel, but, you know, we are BM guys. You know, we are going to branch out. You know, as you see, we've had M140s on the channel. We had Dylan with the X3M competition there, and I think diversity is good. It's exciting, it's different, you know, and if I want to grow the channel, I am going to have to branch out a bit more. You know, Tom will probably end up changing cars, you know, when his 325 E30's back on the road. That's going to be, you know, back on the channel. It's diversity. So that's just my thoughts. So I'd like to hear your comments. You know, if I'm wrong and I'm being stupid, then fair enough. Put me straight. I'm all ears. Don't be nasty about it though. Because I'm not in the car buying and selling game. I never have been. I'm just saying what I think. So there we go, guys. You know, remember, like and subscribe. Have a good Sunday, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take it easy.